Today's video is going to be about how I was able to make an additional $5,000 a month being a freelance swim instructor. So as you guys know, if you watch my channel or if you're new, I started off my entrepreneurial journey as a swim instructor slash lifeguard back in the day. This was a niche that I kind of just fell into. My mom got me into swim lessons and lifeguarding pool parties and things like that. I was kind of skeptic about it because I didn't think I could work with kids, whatever, but then eventually I tried it, I fell in love with it, and now I run a company around it. So a lot of people ask me, like, how did you get into this? And I'm gonna save that story for another video. I have videos in the past of how I got into the swim instructor niche. But really, I suggest everyone who's trying to get into the freelance world, you wanna pick a niche that is comfortable for you, that you're interested in, and that you're passionate about. So anyway, enough about that. Let's get right into the details of how I started, how I grew, and how I was able to do at least $5,000 a month. So when you're starting out, you're not making any money. You want to jump right into ads, right? A lot of people think you should start running ads right away because that's how you get the most traffic, and if you get a lot of traffic, then people will sign up for your services and pay you. But so that's really not how it works in my experience. What I found that works is you want to build your brand first, and you want to be an authority in your niche. So what you need to really work on when you're just starting out, when you're not making any money doing what you're doing, you want to build your social proof online. So whenever someone comes to me and they want to run a freelance business in any niche, I always tell them, let's talk about market research, and then let's talk about building your social proof. So in the business world, social proof is like having reviews, having a lot of engagement on your Facebook profile or your social media platforms, people that already use your service that love it, things like that. They want to see content. So that's building your social proof. So if you are running ads to, let's say, your Facebook page or a website and there's no reviews, well, then you're leading them to nothing, and they're most likely not going to buy. So I always tell my clients that you want to build up your social pages first. You want to get those reviews, and then you can start running paid advertising. So that's what I started doing. I started building my social proof. The way I got my first few clients is I actually reached out to a lot of friends and family if they knew anyone who needed a swim instructor or a lifeguard, and luckily for me, they did know someone. I got connected with my first client back in 2015. Around summer, I want to say around June or July, and I was very nervous. I never did this before except for the day camp that I worked at. I never actually went to do it privately, and I hit it off pretty well, and I made a quick $70 cash just like that. And I'll put a picture up here for you guys. This is my first cash I've ever made teaching a swim lesson, so it was a very exciting moment for me. As soon as I made that amount of money doing something that I really enjoy doing, I just got hooked right away. So long story short, I started building my brand up a little bit more on Facebook, and started networking a lot, and a lot of parents started hitting me up more and more. I started getting reviews on my Facebook page, and the more reviews and the more you can build your brand, the more you can start charging. So I started getting more clients coming in. I started scheduling them, and the way I scheduled them was I simply just used my app on my phone. I have an iPhone, and I just put the days and times in there. I would try to bring the lessons really close back to back so that I'm not traveling so far. And I just kept doing that. I kept growing and growing, and more parents would hit me up. And it's like a snowball effect, guys. I always say that. I mean, if you start doing really well and you offer a really good service, the word is going to get out. People are going to start recommending you, and then more and more clients are going to come rolling in. So, that's just what happened, guys. I just grew my brand more. I started making more money. I scaled it up more and more. So my first year in business as a freelancer, I was making about $120 a day. And then a year later, I scaled that up to about $350 to $500 a day, I want to say, give or take. So that took about a year. So yeah, scaling up from doing $100, $120 a day to doing $350 to $500 a day is really awesome. And again, the way that I was able to scale was just consistency. It really wasn't anything special. It just, you keep doing what you're doing. You always stay learning. You build up your social media platforms, like your social proof, like I said. You keep getting those reviews in, you keep networking, keep reaching out. You build up your website, and then eventually people are going to find you. And it's just that simple. If you have a website, you want to make sure that you have good SEO. You want to be able to be found on Google. That's very important too. And then when you hit a certain level, I mean, when you're doing like 5K a month, even like 2K a month, you can start running ads, immediately as soon as you have that social proof. And that's what I started doing. I started, growing that. And, fast forward like a year or two later, that's when I started my agency. So, anyone can do this, as a freelancer. You just have to find a niche that works for you. I suggest trying a bunch of different niches, but at the end of the day, you're going to do what you want to do. I've tried a bunch of niches like the iPhone repair niche. I did power washing for a little bit. I tried a lot of different things. I feel like the one thing that really stuck with me, for me personally, was just the swim instruction and lifeguarding. So that's what I stuck with. But yeah, so it was a really good feeling, scaling up like that as a freelancer, and it would be for anyone. And I highly suggest, if you have like a skill or something that you find passion in, that you really want to do and that you enjoy. A lot of people think like it's just a hobby for them, but little do you know, you can actually make a lot of money doing this. You can turn any hobby, any passion into a profitable freelance business. And I highly suggest you guys really look into this. And if you're serious about it, I think anyone could really use an extra 2K, 5K to 10K a month, an additional side income. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one.